Any minister who gathers a community, or any youth minister who gathers kids, may want to begin at a place of radical hospitality, welcome, establishing a safe place, unconditional love and acceptance. The group almost always, if grace abounds, begins to take on its own identity and trajectory into spaces you may not predict. And I'm wondering, as you gather these young people into these Harry Potter as sacred text experiences, whether you have an intention that they have a trajectory, and whether you intend it or not, what have you seen as the trajectory?
So we very much hoped, I don't know if intention makes us sound better at this than we are, but we hoped that people would move into relationship with each other. And at first we started, just as one small class with about 30 people attending every week. And we knew that we were starting to get a little bit of success because they started going for drinks after and not inviting us, which we were like, that's great, you don't need us. And now we've seen the class is still going, even though Casper, my co-host, and I are no longer involved. It's in its 4th year, and we have nothing to do with it at this point. And we also see it whenever we do a live show in a city that isn't our home city. We always try to do a meetup before, which is free, so that people can come regardless of any financial situation. And that what we really encourage at that meetups is for people to swap phone numbers or become friends on Facebook or Twitter. And we hear from people that they met at the podcast and they are still friends. And that is, we joke that we'll only really know that this experiment was successful when there's a Harry Potter sacred text baby. So, but yeah, we see, because it's a podcast format, we say that we are creating a network, but not a community, right? Because you don't meet other people when you're just listening to a podcast by yourself. And so we are very intentionally trying to move it from people feeling connected to each other in a virtual world to actually being in relationship with each other. And so we have people turn to each other and talk 4 different times during any of our live experiences. And we encourage people to meet as many people as possible. And we stay after and we'll talk. The show usually ends at 8:30 and we're usually there until 10 p.m. to give people a chance to get to know each other. So we really believe in at least everybody making one friend at any of our live experiences. And we've seen that. And now we have groups all over the world that have popped up, and people are gathering over texts like Moana and Infinite Jest and Harry Potter and To Kill a Mockingbird. And and they just write to us that these things are happening. And totally without us. So it's really exciting to see these friendships happen that, have nothing to do with us anymore.